Hey lovelies, how you doing? Sam Lenny here, come in here today. What day is it here? It's Sunday here, and we've had a lot of storms. It's been a bit of a stormy weekend, and we've had this much needed just break, a shift in energies. I live in a part of the country, part of Australia, that's been dry for quite some time, unusually dry for this time of year. For springtime, we've had hardly any rain, and so it's been a welcome thing to just have rain. But it's been really stormy, so it's not like, oh, let's just have a little bit of rain. It's like, let's just dump a load of water in as quick a space as possible, raging winds and all sorts going on. And it was kind of reminding me of basically what's going on for all of us, you know, sort of on a micro level, but also on a macro level for the whole world. It's just like such extremes of force, extremes of energy. If it's not one thing, then it's completely another. And I don't know about how you've been feeling this week, but we are now in Scorpio season, and we have Samhain, Halloween coming up at the end of this week and we have the end of the month, 31st, 1st of November, depending on where you are in the world, a full moon. And so I don't know, there just feels like there's been so much build up coming along, and for me personally, I've been completely out of sorts. For this weekend, have just switched off, taken a step back, and sort of come away from, I'm going to say public life, but come away from social media, come away from being in the outside world, and I'm kind of feeling like I'm in a bit of a bunkering down, dormant light energy. And I know part of why this is because it is Scorpio season, and it's only been kind of this year, I think, that I've realized how much Scorpio I have in my natal chart. I'm Scorpio ascendant. I've got Scorpio in my 12th house as well, which is all about, you know, what's hidden, what is, you know, anything that's kind of surreal, intangible, magical, is your 12th house. It's that subconscious, the things that you can't see. And so just so much weird stuff going on. But I was called today to just, I guess, pull some cards and just to try and see what energies are going to come up for this week, and asking the Dominion are here with me now, just to give us some supportive messages to help us through these next few days. What I've also been finding is that just that sort of stepping back and taking time away from normality through what you would normally be doing, what we would normally be doing as a collective, is churning up some silt from the bottom of the pond. And you know, you'll either be feeling this or not feeling this. I'm just feeling like it's what has been hidden for a while wants to be seen. And because we've done so much clearing this year, you know, this shifting, this like whatever was the norm, was the standard, whatever we were used to, the routines that we're used to, are all sort of dying away, they're all falling away. It's allowing space for other things to be seen. And I've been doing, I've just been focusing, whilst I've been sort of, I say, hidden away, been a bit hermit-like. It's been doing a bit of past life work, because I know that what we're seeing in the collective at the moment is that there are areas within the subconscious, there's things, there's messages, there's information, there's information on a soul level that we need to be bringing up in order to use to be on purpose, to be of service in this life. And the thing is with past lives, and I say past lives, really just previous lives, because we're multi-dimensional. We can hop in and out of timelines and of lives very easily, much more easily. I say very easily. It takes a bit of practice and a bit of focus, but more easily. Other lives are more accessible now than they used to be, and such is the energy of 2020 and onwards and beyond. But what I'm seeing is that there are messages within our past lives that are really important right now. They're really important truths, lessons, messages that when we grasp them, when we can see them, we can fully understand them, we grasp them, we can take them forward to for ourselves, for creating a better life, a more harmonious, loving life for self, for our communities, but also for the collective. So I guess part of this coming on here today is to kind of explain a little bit about how we kind of know intuitively that there are lessons that we are learning in this life, and we know that because things are showing up that are repetitive, for example, or repetitive, so they keep coming around. It might be a different circumstance, but the lesson, the principle is there most easily to see. If you need to be really consciously aware, you need to be doing your self work to see these things much more clearly. But let me give you an example. So for me, I know I have a soul lesson in this life around expressing myself clearly without feeling like I'm going to be ridiculed, that it's okay for me to share and not worry about upsetting people, this kind of energy. And I know that because in past lives, when I've been a female, it's been a challenge to share because I haven't been allowed to share. I've been stopped from sharing. I've been stopped from sharing my wisdom. I've been stopped from fulfilling desires or purpose that would benefit others, but they haven't been allowed to see it or receive it for whatever reason. And as a male, in previous lives as a male, I've had very, I want to say, like had a status, had responsibility, been a leader, had really pivotal, important things to say and share, and they have always been welcomed. They've always, people's souls have always got on board with what I was sharing. And so I'm in this dynamic at this point now, you see, where I'm like, okay, female in this life, I'm working on shifting this energy that holds me back from sharing. I know I had this soul thread where there is a fear of, for want of a better description, putting myself out there with faith in myself. So, and I've been clearing this for I don't know, probably for at least 3 or 4 or 5 years now, because that's the period that I've been consciously aware of the purpose of that soul thread and that soul lesson in this life. So now I'm aware of it. I can, I'm working with it, I'm healing it, I'm understanding it, I'm addressing it. And this is what it takes, right? It takes time to just unravel and remove those energetic layers in order to progress, in order to grow, in order to ascend. And so this week we're in Scorpio season. It's just another message coming around for me as I've gone sort of in a bit hermit-like, going, okay, this is a point in time that you need to shine another light on this. And I know it because I've been in meditation. I know it because the Dominion have shared with me. It's like we're coming back round again, Sam. There's something else here that just wants to be seen, and you need to be seen. And so the antidote to that feeling, that fear, is just doing it anyway. So that's part of why I'm here today. They're like, yeah, you need to get on. You need to get on. Anyway, so I know that the energies are being a bit crazy, a bit strange. And so why don't we just pull some cards and see what the Dominion, see what Spirit wants to share with us today and for the coming week, to help you navigate and do your self-inquiry and, yeah, just be supportive, I guess, supportive for you this week. So I'm going to use, because I've got a bit of a insular, a bit of a moony feeling coming through, and because of full moon at the end of next week, I'm using the Queen of the Oracle, Queen of the Moon Oracle from Stacey DeMarco. So let's just pull a card. We're just going to ask for one card. Maybe we might even throw in some healing, depending on what I get through. But immediately one card has just jumped out of the deck, and it is the Void. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just hide my face and then it will then it will focus. The Void. I mean, you know, this is what I'm talking about, right? This card talks about it's guiding us, it's encouraging us, Spirit is encouraging us to go within. It's just to take this time to pause. What it feels like to me, and what I'm receiving, is this energy of continuing to slow down. There's definitely this slowing down energy required, but it's like a hibernation. It feels like a hibernation. When we're in hibernation, we don't need to be doing anything other than solely focusing on hibernation, and that's sleep and rest and recovery. And this is what these energies are doing for us at the moment. We're in this preparation period, the period before we come back out and we ride the wave of the new energy, which I'm intuitively feeling that it's going to, you know, it will start moving through after the 2nd of November. It's just we're going to feel a shift. But this week is a time to really just go into the void, go into space, go into your hole, go into your cave, and really honor that. And when we want to try and do something other than that, and it feels uncomfortable, that's when you know that is definitely what you should be doing. And I've only just realised it's card number 1 as well. I don't know if you're going to see that, but it's card number 1. You know, this is about self. This is about oneness. This is about you tuning into your inner self, tuning in, going into your middle space. You can do that by, I've got like a firing up your inner space video. I mean, it's on Instagram. I think it's on my website as well. So by coming in to yourself, you're going to be doing the self-inquiry to give you the knowledge that your your higher consciousness, the information that you need for your next level, your next phase of this rounds of energies that are coming around. So we're in this pause phase, And you know, you're going to, with the void and with the full moon coming at the end of the week, by going in, you can really do that reflection, do that meditation, do the journaling around what you actually do want for yourself, what you do want to release as you move into the next period. So the void, you know, the void is where the magic happens. The void is where we become greater, you know, have this greater connectedness to self. Yeah, it's a beautiful time. I'm just going to see if there's anything else on the card reading itself. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's time to release all that no longer serves you. It's your time to rest and reset. And you know, I think with this, and what I'm receiving is that there's this fear around letting go. There's this fear around, you know, just surrendering to whatever's going on in life at the moment. And sometimes that is all about surrendering to the fact that stuff's changing, that you're changing, that information's changing, that direction is changing. And, you know, that can be scary. But at the same time, we know that when things are scary, it's quite often because we're undoing something so that something better can come in, something greater can come in, something more suited to us can come in. So this is definitely a week for going into the void. I'm just gonna, one card please. One card, here's Dominion. I just want one to guide us as an extension of going into the void. What else do we need to know if we're going into the void this week? This one card, this one card. You know, I think about myself going into the void these last few days. You know, it's really unearthed some, revealed some things that I didn't previously know. And, you know, and I've done a lot of work on myself to know why I'm here at this time and how that relates to the relationships that I have with other people. You know, why am I here? Why am I there? Why is my sister my sister? Why is my father my father? All of these interesting aspects. And when you do this work, you get a layer. When you're dipping into your soul, into your soul files, your Akashic record, you get a certain layer of information, a certain level, and then, you know, you don't get it all at once. You don't get all of the information at once. It's almost like Spirit gives you a certain amount of information so you can absorb it and integrate. And they're just saying to me now, it's just like, well, we won't give you everything, because if we give you everything, then one, you get overwhelmed, and two, you'll end up not doing anything, or you'll over question the information we're going to give you. We just want to give you one thing so you can take one step at a time towards your growth, towards your, you know, finding more about yourself. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. That's what they're saying. They're like, it's, you know, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. But, you know, we live in a society, we tend to, as humans, want to know everything all of a sudden, all together. And so what I'm saying within that, as they're sharing that with me, it's okay to only know so much at this point in time. But the more you go into the void, and the more you practice going into the void, the more information is downloaded to you, the more messages, the more the information, the messages come through to you. And I've found this out this week for myself. It's just like, oh, I didn't know that about myself. I hadn't, just trying to give you an example of something that's not so private that I can, you know, that I can share with you. But I'm just trying to think. Okay, so here's an example. So I know that in previous lives I have lived in the Elizabethan era. I've used used. I've been a Tudor, been in Tudor times, and I know also for a fact that I had, I was in court. They call it in court, don't they? So I know that I can see myself as a male. I was a male energy and dressed in all this just beautiful finery. So I was established, I was known, I was revered, you know, and I can just see this beautiful outfit, and it's got, you know, this beautiful woven material, lots of like fluffy collars, like, you know, these big collars and things that they had at those times. And so I can see that, but I also know that straight after that I was very poor, and I was a servant and I was a cook, but I hadn't realized until this week that the cook life came straight after the Elizabethan life. So Elizabethan was male, my cook, my servant was a female energy, and I hadn't put them together because I just hadn't seen them. You know, Spirit hadn't given me that information. I hadn't accessed that area of my records at that point. But because I've been doing lots of going inwards, lots of void work, I was able to put that information, you know, two and two together to see that the polarity of, you know, really being in this, you know, regal, elegant, elite, you know, upper level energy, to then be the servant, the cook that would be serving the gentry, serving the elite in the next life. And so yeah, so it's all fascinating. And you know, and in that, just saying that you know, you will have had many previous lives, and they're all connected. They are all connected for a reason. There's things karmically that you know, you would have wanted to take part in, to participate in, to clear in future lives. So yeah, what's the point of me sharing that? Basically, the more you go in, the more you go inwards, the more you find out more about yourself, that then you can take that information and work with that in this life to benefit yourself, to help others, to support others, but also just to be more aligned, with yourself, to know more about yourself and your soul. So anyway, yeah, so just as I was shuffling the cards, one jumped out, and it was the card of gratitude. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to sit behind, you might get that through. Such a beautiful card. So, you know, this is the thing about going into the void, is we want to be thankful, we want to appreciate, we want to give gratitude to the fact that we can actually do this. And when you find yourself not wanting to do it, we've all been there, right? It's like, yeah, maybe I should meditate today. I'm feeling a bit, you know, all over the place, a bit discombobulated. Energies are crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just feeling edgy. I'm feeling out of alignment. When we give gratitude for going into the void and just saying, yes, this is amazing, I've got this, you know, I can actually use this, I have this beautiful tool within myself that is me, to be able to, sorry, I think my camera cut out there. You know, I can do it, I can actually do it, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for showing up for myself, for doing the work, for what am I grateful for? For knowledge. I'm grateful for the knowledge. I'm grateful for my capacity to learn more about the inner me, the me that I can't see, the wisdom that I have within, that when I delve deep and I go within, gives me access to information, to energy that will support me, but will also support the collective, because I will be raising my vibration, raising my frequency, therefore raising the frequency of the collective. So it's so important to be grateful for, and to appreciate yourself for taking the time out. You know, quite often, you know, it's not unusual to go, oh, you know, I'll have 10 minutes on this meditation, I'll have 10 minutes on going into this space of nothingness, and then I'll race through it, because then I want to get onto something else, because I'm busy, or I need to be here, or I need to be there. It's just like, let's just have some gratitude for the fact that we've gone into the void, and we're honoring it. We're honoring it. So yeah, so this week, definitely honor you're going into your middle space, into your intuition, to seek the answers that you may well have. And this is the other thing, it's like, really be discerning about what you want to know. Be hungry for knowledge. It's just jumped out. I don't know if you can see that. Don't know. Sorry, there's a car outside. I just anyway. Wolf moon, hunger. Be hungry for wanting to know more. Be hungry for wanting to know more about where you've been, where you've come from, why you're here, why you're doing what you're doing, why you're feeling like you know, a hunger for a change of scenery, a hunger for a change of job, a hunger for a change of relationship, a hunger for a change of country, house. You know, the more we have hunger for something, the more we are grateful for the opportunity to change things up. None of that is profound. None of that can be accessed to the degree that we really would find useful without going into the void and really doing that deep work. So it's just such an incredible thing this week to be doing this work for yourself. I'll just see if there's another card that comes up. What else? What else are the other messages? Any other message that we need to see with regard to this? Yeah, what I'm getting with this hunger card is also around, you know, really be hungry. Really be hungry for more knowingness. There's definitely this knowingness thing going on here. Be more hungry to know more. And it can't come out. Self-love. Appreciate, give gratitude and self-love for wanting to be hungry for more knowledge when you go within this week, is what I want to say. Appreciate the time. Appreciate the time that is taken when you go within, go into the void, go into the nothingness, go into the space, and see what becomes revealed. And if it's depending, doesn't matter how much information or how little information you receive this week, just be hungry for a bit more, be a bit more curious, just be a little bit more curious. And this is a beautiful act of self-love for you this week, is to honor yourself, honor your messages, honor your middle space, and do your journaling, do your meditation, and just clearing the decks for the next phase, as the energies again pick up in November and moving forward. Yeah, my battery is about to run out, I think, so let me just close off this this reading, and I hope you found it useful, and have a beautiful week. And yeah, let me know below how you're feeling, whether this this reading speaks to you this week. All right, lovelies, I will see you soon. Take care.